Yes. You know, there's no other place you would rather be right now than Nick at Night. We're so glad to have you here because you're just in time for Weeknight Update with Daily Muller. It's a late night show unlike any other. And trust me, Spike First and Craig Kilborn are huge fans of Weeknight Update. Felice, what else we have for everybody?
After tonight's Weeknight Update episode, let's show you headphones in the day in style with a headphones hour. I recommend this show if you are really into music. And to wrap tonight's program up, we will have our late night movie time. The chosen movie is going to be a surprise.
You got it. You got it. It's all next on Nick at Night. Weeknight Update has had a 12-year history of doing things that no other late night show would. You don't believe me? Well, let the show begin. Yes, it is that time. Let's get it! Straight from the old Top Dog Show! Gabriel Iglesias hasn't gotten him right over here yet. It's Weeknight Update with Daily Muller, and now, man who knew that the big stars won't come to a Weeknight Update unless, of course, they actually see it on YouTube or on Nick at Night, Mr. Eli Muller! Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Eli Muller with Overgrass Office. Hey, Mr. Announcer? Not cool, man. Not cool. Anyway, you know who made the theme song, the bumpers, and the previews, right? Baby Lamb Creations, Diamond Dog Cammy, and Fabrizio Roche, aka Rocky Vote 10. So, there you go, I just said. Now, Terrence Johnson was our Specs Bar Kind of Span edits, Alex characters animations, the Anthony Pente showed his reactions and things like that. Lex works with his gameplays, One Splat Up, and Guns Radio Jingles camera, all things radio jingles and whatnot. Matt explores with his animations, and Mal cover with his singing covers. Alright. There we go. There you go. Now, what's up? What's up with Gabriel Iglesias? A comedian who made the term fluffy relevant. Of course, he was never referring to any pillows. He played Speedy Gonzalez in the film Space Jam, A New Legacy, and he isn't upset about any stereotypical remarks. It might be aiming towards him. Hey, stop being upset about that, alright? You should be upset about this, Gabriel. His Netflix show, Mr. Iglesias, has been canceled. It was only in the top 10 for 10 days. Hold up. Streaming services never released the ratings for any of their TV shows. I mean, any of their shows. Excuse me, their streaming shows. The cancellation's rigged. And yes, we can say that now. In this case, we can absolutely say that. Alright? In many cases, in the past, not really, you know, it really depends. But for this one, yes, we can say that it is rigged. Alright? And we can also say that it is totally unfair. MP, Inkette, let's go. Let's check the top 8 list. Let's go. Huh? What is the category for tonight's shindig? Tonight's top 8 list. Tonight's category, top 8 things that Gabriel Iglesias might do a stand-up comedy routine about. Number 8, losing a show on Netflix. Number 7, going bald. Number 6, rotten oranges. Number 5, monkeys on your roof. Number 4, doorknobs. Number 3, shaving a lot. Number 2, sweat. And number 1, skunks on your windshield. Wait a minute. Can windshields actually have skunks on top of them sometimes? Or even on them? You never know. At this point, you never know. Exactly. Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. The kids still call it the Weeknight Update. Now here it is, your Bob the Night.
Did you wash the dishes? Oh yeah! Did you read my story?
Totally!
Did you want the rest of my food?
Yes, I would like that.
There's great TV pleasure at your command. Hello out there from TV Are you ready for the biggest carpeting sale of the year? It's the grand opening of Empire's giant new warehouse. We've cut prices on every one of our major brands from $6.95 a yard right on up. And all our sale prices include padding, installation, 72-hour delivery, a free phone or shampoo, and no payment for 60 days. So call Empire right now and get a whole warehouse on sale instead of just a few colors.
588-2300 Empire.
Do it now.
Let's grab what's got in the boys. Yes, how you doing, Ed? I'm doing alright. Can you believe that summer's almost over already? I know, it's crazy, man. You know, we're really coming down to the wire in terms of this whole year. Yeah. And a little under 4 months or so. A little over 4 months or something like that. We're going to be in the whole new year. Yeah. Well, you know what they say. You know, after a certain point in the year, you know, the rest is just going to go. You know, so we got to make the best of what we have left in this year. Yeah. Is it that time? Yep, it's talking time. Let's talk about it. Let's go, huh?
Let's talk about it.
Now, listen to this, okay? Now, before anybody gets mad at me for saying this, I just want to say right off the bat, you know, this is definitely something that will probably encourage a lot of people, alright? Why does someone else make people laugh as well? You never know with this show. Well, anyway, check this out, right? You remember that famous Looney Tunes movie, Space Jam, right? Well, there's a new version of it entitled Space Jam: A New Legacy. Alright, now, there's a character in the old Looney Tunes / Merry Melodies cartoons way back in 1955 entitled Speedy Gonzales, dubbed the fastest mouse in all Mexico, or in all Mexico. Alright, please forgive me for saying that, but that's what it said see on the article. Now, listen to this, okay? It says that the character was established as a clever mouse who was easily able to outwit his opponents and eventually became a Looney Tunes staple. Now, some people might think that there might be some stereotypes, you know, in that character's cartoons, you know, because of his exaggerated accent, you know, and large sombrero, you know, and other attributes. You know, it is crazy, you know, and yet Gabriel Iglesias, the guy who played him, took to social media to shoot down any hate towards the character or his inclusion in the film. Gabriel said, there was a whole conversation about, well, you know, did I think that the character was too stereotypical, you know, the voice. And I said, you don't know my family? No, we're good. And they said, you don't think you want to lend your regular speaking voice to the role? And I said, I appreciate that, but I don't want people to think of me when they see the film. Now, I need people to think of Speedy Gonzales. And I need for that character to stay as close as possible to the original. So the challenge was, can I nail the voice? And come on. And also, you gotta give him credit for speaking up when everything was due. Although, let's be honest, I wasn't too sure how to take the news that Zendaya Coleman was going to be Lola Bunny, because let's be honest, Zendaya is more comfortable dealing with Tom Holland, and I think the only person who's more suitable for the role as Lola Bunny is, of course, Sophia Carson. But beggars can't be choosers. So I applaud Gabriel Iglesias for standing up for what's right. It's just crazy, frankly, to think that. That's all. Meanwhile, his Netflix show, Mr. Iglesias, this is true. Alright? You might want to take some notes on this, because someone might ask you in about a year or two what happened to that show, and that person might be a fan of that show and hasn't seen that show in a long time. So, listen to this, okay? Apparently Netflix has decided to cancel that show. Now, for those of you who don't understand what was going on, let me give you the premise of the whole thing real quickly. Gabriel Iglesias, is actually a teacher on the show. And he had to teach all the kids, about various things and things like that, right? Alright. Now, check this out. Alright? It premiered on Netflix, 2 years ago. It was originally commissioned for 10 episodes as part of its first season. With 10 episodes airing all at once. Alright? Then in season 2, they decided, okay, let's split up in 2 parts. Because they had 11 episodes, right? Part 1 had 6 episodes, and the second part had the other 5. Then last year, Netflix decided, well, let's do the top 10 feature. Because here's the thing, right? They don't really do ratings and things like that, and they want people to understand, how important it is so that people are actually watching them and things like that. The show was actually featured in the top 10 list here in the United States of America, for 10 days. Now, other regions around the world never really featured it at all. So, you really can't tell. In the meantime, there are other things, that Gabriel Iglesias might do. Including a couple of stand-up specials for Netflix and things like that. Why did he choose Netflix over Comedy Central? I have no idea at this point. I have no idea. But, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Because, look, okay? As much as you would like to think, oh, well, this person has a show on a streaming service. That's great. You may think that, but, if you really take a closer look, then you would really figure out that, no, it doesn't make too much of a difference. It's still practically the same. So, what are you supposed to do, huh? What are you supposed to do? Well, that is it for another episode of this program. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow. That's the news, and I'm out, skis. Farewell, bye, farewell.
There's great TV pleasure at your command. Hello out there from TV land. Nick at Night brings it home to